Hello everyone, Natalia is here for Lisa Horton Crafts. Today I will show you how I made this card using Peony Blooms stamps and dies. So for this card I'm using my stamping platform and white card. So here I'm releasing the stamp from the packaging and I'm trying to release slowly all the way around the flower. This way I'm finding is easier. So I'm using a VersaFine Clear black ink to stamp the flower. So now I'm using clear embossing powder and heat emboss the flower. So to color the flower I'm using brush markers and I'm starting to color the center of the flower with yellow colors. So I've chosen purple colors to color the flower. And here I'm already colored the flower and now I'm finishing to color the leaves. Here I smudged the ink a bit over the edge, so I'm using Copic blender to remove the ink. Most of the time I use darker color shades first to color the images and then gradually blend with lighter color. Here I decided to use a darker color, purple, to add more shading to the flower. So here I'm adding slightly lighter color and blend the colors together. So now I'm using die to die cut the flower. So here I'm deciding which stencil to use for the flower, for the card. And deciding also for the sentiment. So I'm cutting the card blank. So I'm using a light color purple ink and I'm starting to blend from the center and gradually blend to the both sides of the card. So now I'm deciding for the sentiment and here I'm cutting the card to the size for the card base. This card measures is about A5 size. So here I'm using vellum and stamp the sentiment. So I smashed a bit of the ink on the sentiment, so here I'm stamping again. So now I will heat emboss and use black embossing powder. So here I'm heat emboss the sentiment, and also I've smashed a bit the sentiment, so I'm cutting off the top of the sentiment away. It's still wet. So here I'm die cutting the sentiment. So now I'm positioning to the card and deciding where it will go. So I'm gluing the card to the card base. Now I'm adding 3D foam pads to the flower. So here I'm adding more 3D foam pads to the bottom of the flower. So this way, where I'm gonna add the vellum sentiment, it's gonna be more flatter. So now I'm using 3D foam tape, black color one, and I'm gonna add to the back of the sentiment to some of the partly to some of the letters. So here I'm gluing the flower to the card. And gradually adding the foam tape to the back. So I'm releasing the back of the tape, and now I will add a wet glue to the back of the letters on them only. And now I'm adding to the flower. Here I'm adding extra petals to the flower, around the flower, and I'm always trying to use uneven numbers. So I'm using a wet glue and using a pick up tool to glue the petals. So here is the card finished. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video tutorials. Please subscribe for more to Crafting with Lisa Horton. Take care, bye.